What's up, y'all, man? BCA here, ready for what not for play. And today, the topic is why you shouldn't edge on retention. Why you shouldn't edge on retention, okay? This is what this one is about. I want to get into this topic. First, I need you to click the subscription button and also click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos coming. I'm almost close to 100 videos, man. I'm happy to almost hit that milestone because this journey has been a journey. I'm finally finding my niche in this thing, and I'm happy to be where I'm at to talk to you all about this practice of semen retention. All right, so why you shouldn't edge, man? This is a big thing. Now, what I mean by edging is I'm talking about PMO. That's the biggest one, because it's guys out there that practice PMO that release that like edge, right? So this is why you shouldn't edge. You shouldn't edge because you're basically doing the same thing you already was doing anyway. Only thing different, you're not releasing. So if you're doing the same thing you were doing before, except not releasing, there's not really the purpose of retention. The purpose of retention is to really discipline yourself to where you only use the energy to create a baby or to have sex. Okay? That's what the tool is supposed to be used for. And you're practicing mutating that sexual energy. You can't practice mutating that sexual energy if you're edging, because the energy still is going to be utilized by you doing it. It's a lot of videos out there talking to people about how you should try to edge and not do it or whatever. Don't do that. You're going to be contradicting your journey doing it. Anytime you know, beat your drum and you grabbing him and beating him and you just not releasing, you are edging yourself into it. Now, granted, you can sleep with somebody and not release, right? That isn't really edging, because if you're not actually releasing, you're still utilizing it. You're still utilizing it for its actual purpose, supposed to be used for. You're not doing PMO, so it's not as bad as PMO. Okay, so but the biggest part is just being completely absent and not even doing it at all. And that's how you get the most benefits of not even sleep with anybody, because you need to do a clean semen retention journey, which would be 90 days, no sex, no nothing. 90 days. Do that. You do that, then you could try to see, okay, let me see if I, want to sleep with, my girlfriend or whatever it may be, right? Like, it depends how disciplined you are. If you're doing that, great. A lot of people that have girlfriends probably aren't doing that part, right, where they not sleeping with them because they on SR. No. Just do what you got to do, man. Keep doing what you got to do as far as, like, transmuting their sexual energy. That's the biggest part. Also, when you edge, you're resetting the dopamine spike. The dopamine spike is not going anywhere. The dopamine receptor is not going anywhere. It's still there. You're still feeding into that. You're still running into that as far as a reward, right? And that's why your drum gets happy, because the dopamine receptors are receiving whatever you're watching or whatever you're doing is remembering what happened to get you to release in the first place, and it's going to take you back to where you started, back to when you was in middle school, back to when you was in high school, whenever you started doing PMO. It's going to do that, because your biggest goal with SR is to reset your dopamine receptors. That's the biggest goal. Once that dopamine receptor is reset, you will have the life that you're supposed to have had before you started this journey of being off of SR and being on full FAP and all that other stuff. You hurting yourself doing that. And you're putting yourself in a compromised situation, because a lot of men that do edge, they end up getting blue balls. So you get blue balls. Now you over here, now you gonna really be like, man, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Yeah, because you done edged. You the ones decided to do that stupid stuff. That was you decided to do that. So just know the fact that you decided to do that, you have to suffer the consequences of that. Now you probably edging and probably not releasing, but you got blue balls and you're like, I'm gonna wait or put ice on it, whatever. But that's on you. it wouldn't never even been there if you didn't do it. Okay? Another reason why you shouldn't edge is because you definitely are not on your purpose if you're edging. You're not. It's just straight up. You're not on your purpose when you're edging. You're not doing the things you need to do when you're edging. So when you are actually in this mode doing this, you need to make sure you're not edging. Because your purpose is going to be on the back burner. You're not going to be thinking about making YouTube videos, painting your canvas or whatever it may be. Not doing whatever you need to do to be the person you need to be and the reason why you were here. That's going to take you completely off of the grid with it. So don't say bye-bye to all of that when you edge. You know, and y'all finding real, loopholes with this thing, man. Ain't no loopholes with SR. Every loophole you figure out is going to end up you relapsing. So you might well just go and you might well go on stick to your program. Because at this point, if you trying to edge, you might as well go on. You trying to edge so much, you're going to end up relapsing anyway and releasing. So you might well just eliminate that part and just keep going with the clean version. Because that way you'll be able to see the more benefits of it. Because the thing about SR, what people's journey is, everybody's journey is different. But honestly, a lot of y'all are doing all these different other practices with SR that's contradicting SR. This is straight up. You're really supposed to be having a really, really ultra clean lifestyle as much as possible. That's really what SR really is intended to do, is to create that pure life, right? And you still probably doing unpure things. You probably still drinking until you get drunk or whatever it is. Hey, you have to take this whole thing together, man. Do this all together at once. This not a game. This is serious business. This is it's a reason why OnlyFans is in the billions. It's the reason why all these corn sites make millions. And these actors make millions. Because y'all out here supporting this stuff. And then soon we talk about NoFap, all this stuff, and semen retention. Y'all laughing at us talking about something. Like, you don't get no one money. You don't get nobody money. You don't do this money. Bruh. It is what it is. You're going to keep doing this stuff if you want to. I just know when I walk into a room, I'm going to be saying different. That's just a fact. So you're going to need to take that with a grain of salt or not. You either going to change your life or not. And you edging not finna change your life. It's not. So let's go and get that out the way. Your life not going to change on edging. Edging going to make it worse. You're going to keep going down a spiral. And you're going to keep going in the wrong direction. You need to go the other way. Go the other way, man. Go the right way. And y'all know what way it is. And I don't even want to harp on it too much. But y'all need to do that, man. And get on it. Alright? So this is what I'm leaving with y'all with today, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. See y'all next time, man. BCA out.